Okay, let's wait a bit. I have issues with the internet, serious issues with the internet. I cannot, if this will continue to happen, I will never recommend the provider that I have here in Croatia. Okay, let's see what we have. I don't want to, I hope that the internet will work. I don't want to restart this stream anymore. To have more internet issues today than I have in a week usually. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we have this window, right? The window is in 1920 by 1080 resolution. The game that I'm creating is gonna be in 320 by 240 resolution, but it's gonna be upscaled. And the black area here, you see, that's actually the upscaled game window that where I will actually game screen, right? I call it game screen, where I will actually render my sprites, right? So this I'm building a Pac-Man clone, so there will be some ghosts and Pac-Man running around and eating what those pills, packs. I think they're called packs. But currently it's completely on the left side, and I don't want it to be on the left side. So if I have a I want it to be in middle, right? And another problem is when I change the size of the screen, I want it to resize with the screen. So I will do that now, and then we will see what I will go and do next. Okay, so let's just close this window. So one more thing, so the red area is the frame buffer area, and the black area again is the area where we will render the game content. I will change these colors obviously, but for now it will be like it is. Okay, so to center it's gonna be really easy. So I'm calculating the viewport here on this line. The viewport width and height is already calculated by this function. It's a simple function where I send in the size of the rect that I want to scale up to the target size. So this is the width of our rect, so which is the width of the game screen, and this is the height of the rect, which is the height of the game screen. This here is my frame buffer width and frame buffer height. This is the target resolution that I want to scale it up to, and the function simply chooses the scaling factor for both width and height based on the how to put it, based on the dimension which is gonna fit first. So in my case, where I have a 4 by 3 in 16 by 10, I believe, it's gonna be height that will fill the first. So epsilon direction will get filled first, and the other dimension is then scaled by the same factor so that we don't lose aspect information. To move this to left or even up, we just need to instead of 0, 0 here, we need to use some other values, and I'm gonna call this value viewport X offset, and this one will be viewport Y offset. And obviously we need to declare them, and they're just gonna be zeros at the beginning. We will put in some, we will calculate what they need to be. Oh, stream is still working. Wow, this is the longest attempt. Successful now. So okay, and this should still obviously compile. I'm gonna quickly try it because I had doing it incorrectly, because I had some huge compile issues earlier. I want to make sure not this, but I guess I can just run it here. Yeah, this is now running from debugger. Okay. Debugger. I'm using GDB because I want to learn myself how to work with GDB, but I must say it's really humbling experience, right? For a person who is coming from JetBrains IDEs to something like this, it's quite humbling. So how am I gonna do this? Okay, it's really simple. If my viewport width is less than frame buffer width, which means that I have some areas around it, I need to calculate the viewport X offset. Let's see what artificial intelligence is recommending as a frame buffer width minus viewport width divided by 2. That looks correct. And the same thing for viewport height, right? Oh, here it is. Artificial intelligence is helping here. It's gonna be, yeah, that seems correct. And let's see now if we got it right. Yep, it compiled again, not GDB, but I can guess. And that looks correct. So my next goal is simply to resize them when, and recalculate the offsets, obviously, when I change the size of the screen, of the window, and we'll do that now. I'm gonna quit the GDB. I don't want to, what do I do? Okay, so I make it right, and then I again, it's again GDB. Sorry, I'm stupid. It's just I will need to type it in, which is incredible. It's a debug bin. It's probably better that I type it in because I'm forgetting the paths. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. Okay. So how to do this? Well, the simplest possible way is that we simply move this logic to main game loop after poll events, but I'll extract it to a function, right? So let's write function first. So after poll events, I will call this function update. I guess it's just update GL viewport. GL viewport, right? Okay. And yeah, GitHub. Paste. It's gonna be void. Yeah, this is brilliant. I'm still getting used to VI. Everybody is saying that once you get used to it, you never stop using it. You will always use it. So let's see, like, yeah, I guess I can use this and then DA. D2A. No, I did it wrong. So mark A and then DA. Yeah, okay, I did it now correctly. Paste it in here, DD. This is not done, right? So yeah, one other thing. So the screen width and height, they never change. Is this gonna be good? Like basically changing it on each frame 60 times per second. 60 times per second. I call this function. I'm thinking, should we do it or not? I guess it won't do much. It probably won't do much. Yes, it is me. My daughter. Okay, my daughter is watching me on live chat. Oh, okay. I need to continue. So let's make the game. Oh, there's a problem, obviously. Undeclared first using this function. Oh yeah, I need to. So there's a GFX. You see, if I would have an IDE, I would be able to see this immediately. So it's graphics API, right? .gfx. I don't need anything else, so it's just gonna be this and this, right? And that's it. There's no other GFX in this block. It's not. So this guy, when I'm calling it, I need to pass in the GFX structure. Okay, and yeah, that's it. I believe it's gonna work. Yes. So let's see the brilliance. Yes, okay, it's working. So not sure if I'm gonna keep it like this. So I could technically render to an actual 320 by 240 frame buffer and then push that as you know, put it on the screen in rect, but I don't think there will be kind of performance implication, even though the GPU is technically rendering in this case on 4K screen, but it's actually working. It will actually work with small sprites like 32 by 32 and so on. So I think it's gonna be fine. I'll try a different approach as well. So we have our direct drawing function, and there's another thing for people who don't know. We can play sounds. It's just a sine wave sound. But when I press space, I can start playing, stop playing, and now I guess I will. I think I will change the color. It's not gonna be red anymore. It's gonna be some other color, maybe some softer color. So we can do that by changing the color in here. And that's gonna be just 0. Let's say 11. I usually use this color 0.12 and 0.11. Okay. And let's make it. That's GDP again. That's GDP again. What is this? Yeah. Okay, that's it. The colors are now softer. It's still resizing. Very good, very good. Game code. There's a warning. It's probably because I'm resizing the window. Because at that point we have a the poll events function blocks. It's not because we're rendering too much, we're rendering a single quote at the moment. But yeah, let's render some more quotes, I guess. So let's go to Gamedev function. So what was the function name? I think it was gfx fill rect. So I want to accomplish top to bottom coordinates for epsilon, and let's see if I was actually successful. 0, 0 to 100, 100, and the color I'm gonna have color RGB white color, right, and it's gonna be 255. That's it. White color, and let's see. Hopefully it will work. Yes, it works. So is it correct? 100 by 100. Let me try making another one here. Correct. So I'm gonna use GFX. So I'm gonna put it on the bottom left corner, on bottom right corner. GFX screen. How does he know? So this is brilliant. You see, this is artificial intelligence. It's a Google's Copilot. You can integrate it to your Vim. And I have a problem with this Vim, so I'm not sure if I can move. I can. Cool. This works. No. Ta-da! Yeah, it works. And now, as a final test, I just want to see if my pixels are correct, right? As a final test, let's put a quote, let's put a red or blue quote, whatever, here. So I said red, I'm gonna do red then. Let's move this up. And color RGB. Red color. Very nice. Can this things hear what I'm talking? What is this now? No, I wanted to press O, but I pressed B. So a GFX fill rect. So it's gonna be on. It's gonna start on 100 by 100, right? Let's make it a bit overlapping 80, and I want to finish it at on the width. On width it's gonna be GFX screen width. This, but it's gonna be minus 100, and it's gonna be GFX. He has figured it out. The AI people is working. Control L, Mingue, make, and debug. This is not correct. No, this is not correct. So the width. Okay, these are not the endpoints. I'm so sorry. These are not the endpoints. These are the. Why? These are not the endpoints. These are only. This is actually width and height, right? So I need to make this one 200. Yeah, and this one minus 180. No, I think it's also 200. Okay. This will work. And let's see. Minus 160, obviously. Yeah, actually, yes, if I move it, so this one is 100 and this one is 100 height, and so the remaining height is actually the height of this quad, but since I offset it by 20, I need to push it down by 40, if that makes sense. I think it's correct. So this one must be then 160, right? Yeah, it's working. Cool, and we have sound. Let's start making games. Let's make a bull quad. Okay, so let's see how this will go. So let's see how this will go. So yellow quad, right? What's the yellow? It's red and green, right? So let's make color RGB yellow. Yes, artificial intelligence is really helping. And let's have inside the game state. Here, where did I declare the game state? Structure game state. I need structure game state. Oh, it's not here. I'll show it. Yeah, no, I'm stupid. Again, game state. I'm looking for variable, but it's I need to look for the structure. It's here. Okay, so let's have like int. Yeah, it can be int, right? Oh no, let's do float because I won't be able to calculate it. It's player pause x and player pause y. And now it can be on 0, 0. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. And let's define like a player speed. How many pixels per second do I want to go? 100 pixels per second. I am getting, don't I get the game state as a time step, right? So I can calculate his relative speed and what is gonna be, I'm gonna define sprite width to be 32 and sprite height to be 32. That should work. That should work. So let's do some if is keep rest. What's the function name I was using? It's in the input, right? Is keep rest, yes. Is keep rest. input state keys. Do I need to do it like this? Oh my god, yes, I need input state. Like the API keys anymore. I thought it was good, but now when I see it, key left, game state player plus x minus equals player speed times input state times step. Okay, and then else, right, else if is key pressed, key right, that's it. Thank you, AI. And same thing for up down. Can he do that for me? Thank you, AI. Player speed times. So let's see if it's up. It's gonna go up. Yeah, negative epsilon. And it is down. It's gonna go down. Okay, okay. And obviously, I still need to kind of feel correct, right? So this time I'm converting it to integers, and it's gonna be game state player plus x, again integer, game state. This is strange completion, and it's definitively not it's sprite with I could just say sprite size, but let's leave it like this. Doesn't matter, I believe. And let's see if this now works. No, it doesn't. So it's wrong input. Input state has no, it's not input state, right? It's so I don't understand why he doesn't want to go back into press Alt V, right? That's not good. He doesn't want to go back from. Sometimes he does want to. H, but sometimes not. Strange. It's not input state time step, it's game state, right? That's fine. This one is wrong. Game step. Game step. That's fine. This one. This one. Yep. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit cold. I think it will work, yeah. Game step. Ah, yeah, okay, I'm seriously. Oh, what's wrong with me? I'm highly accustomed to IntelliSense stuff. So let's do change word game state. This one. Next. Okay. Now it doesn't still, because I will need to put in some kind of a. Apparently, there's this. And NeoVim has support for smart completions. Hey, come finally. Okay, I have a yellow guy, right? And I can move it around. But the problem is I can also move it. This will not be allowed. 32 by 32, is that so large? Yeah, actually it is, right? So you can fit the resolution is 320 across the screen, so you can fit it approximately, what is this test, 10 times, right? Yeah. So 32 by 32 on 320 pixel screen is not fine. I'm not happy with that. So now I know that this will not work good, and I can now redefine the sprite width, which is here to be 16. So we will use 16 by 16 sprites for this game, which is even better because it's gonna be easier to draw them. See these are okay. So now this, I guess this is fine, right? Look at my graphical capabilities. Look at this. We draw. Let's resize it. Yeah, we can draw a quad. White again, white, red, and yellow quad. I could draw a green one, but I'm not gonna do that. We can go left, right. There's no inertia or anything, acceleration, but that's our capability. We have a system that can react to input and play sound. It can draw quads currently on the screen, and it does this smart resizing and fitting into the window. I'm happy with it. And we did it all in a Vim with help from GDB and compiling from Windows console and debugging from Windows console. I must say, I remember times when the only Windows console was CMD. Actually, I remember times when you would start a Windows from the console. So, and this is a remarkable improvement in Windows. I did had Linux up until now, but I got bored by it, so I just switched back to Windows. Yeah, I think this is enough for this stream. I will commit everything. Next time, render quotes. Next time we will render sprites. I'm not yet sure where I'm gonna get them from, but we will render sprites. Will I draw them myself? I may go in that direction. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, everybody, and have a nice day. Bye.